So, a lot of you probably don't know who I am. I don't know the vast majority of you. My name is Alex. I met Matt in first grade, so that's 5 years old. I don't even know it's been that long. I'm 30. So I guess my relationship with Dan and the O'Neill family is he went from Mr. O'Neill to Dan, which I think is a really telling personality trait about Dan, is that you can grow up and respect him as your elder, and you're 7 years old and your parents teach you to be respectful, and then you get 28, 29 years old and he becomes Dan because he's like a second parent. I remember in elementary school, we would always have sleepovers, and it would just be a rotating door of my house, Gloria's house, another one of our friends' houses for like weeks at a time. No one would shower. We were gross, little, disgusting children. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I apologize. But the thing was, he was always welcoming. And of course, that's not just Dan, that's Gloria. And I think it's important that Obi, kind of let everyone know how great he was to not only his family, but to friends. I'm one step removed from Obi, but Dan still treated me basically like a son when I was at his house. So I wanted to thank him and thank the O'Neill family for, always being there for me. Dan was a great guy. So even if you're not family, I never participated. I think we lost the mic. That's okay. I'm loud. I never participated in any of the debates just because I didn't have the stomach for it. I always liked standing on the sideline and watching because it was hilarious. But as Obi said, he was never belittling. Dan had a lot of strong opinions, but he was never mean about it, which I think gets lost, especially in today's world, that if you disagree with someone, they're automatically stupid or, some other name that we're not going to repeat here. And he was never like that. He was always respectful, even if you were dead wrong or he was dead wrong. And I think that's something that we can all strive to be today. Just follow the example that he set and try to honor his memory that way.
The one last thing I have to thank Annie for is giving me as another sister.
Thank you. I believe I have Patti. Patti would like to say a few words. Thank
just
you.
a couple things funny.
So this will make you laugh, but it's so funny. But Dan,
Introduce yourself.
huh? Oh, I'm Patti Shaw, and I played with Dan with one of the Dixie bands that we tried to put together through a fix.
Sax player.
I'm a saxophone player, excuse me, and clarinet. So anyhow, it's funny, and of course my husband played with Dan and many others in here. But anyhow, we formed a Dixieland band to go entertain in the assisted living places. And I do that to this day. I do saxophone stuff all the time. So we met here on a weekly basis to try to do this, but it wasn't working out really well with, I won't mention names, because the arrangements weren't really quite what we thought they were going to be. So we went to one of the assisted living places, and of course Dan can just play just about anything without any music in any key that you ask him to, of course. Everybody knows that. And we were in one of the places, and a little old man comes up to us, and he says, do you know who I am? And I said, no, sir, I do not. And he goes, well, have you ever heard of the Evergreen Jazz Festival? I said, yes, sir, I have. And he goes, well, I used to be, before I got put in the assisted living, I was like a co-owner of that, and he went on. And he goes, other than your piano player there, you guys suck. And I laughed so hard, and I said, well, take it easy, we're just trying to make these elderly people happy. He goes, you could make me happy by stopping, but I could just be happy to listen to the piano player play, which is Dan. And we laughed so hard because I know that we tried practicing here, but what it was is that they were just the wrong arrangements that the particular trumpet player was bringing in. And Dan was trying to fix this, but he wouldn't listen. Of course, all of me is not a Dixieland piece. We already know that. But we had fun coming here. So it was the first time I'd come here, and we would come here and just have a good time playing non-Dixieland arrangements with some really good musicians, but it just didn't It didn't ride. But what did ride was all of Dan's wonderful playing. He could play anything, and when we went there, it was so hilarious because the guy says, "I'll pay you to stop, but I will stay here all night to listen to the piano player. But you guys just suck." So, there you go.
Well, I've never heard Danny use those kind of words.
No. He didn't use
He didn't,
The
but-
guy at the place.
But this guy did. But I'm sure of one thing. He probably got along just fine talking to him regarding everything. Because him and I, we would sit here and talk until everybody wanted us to go to bed. We would talk about technology. We would talk about all kinds of things. And one of the things I can attest to is that Danny kept the middle ground. I never really veered off one way or another until we had a very interesting, stimulating conversation that was, as I said earlier, I didn't know any of this. When I said that Danny was not religious, but he was a pursuit of truth. The pursuit of truth is the highest form of faith that I know of. And so I know that he's here and listening to us, to the great cloud of witnesses, and he's enjoying hearing everything you have to say about him. And I just want to be so thankful, and I am thankful, that what I'm hearing is a big blessing to me personally for being a part of this extended group. Is there anybody else